there we go. So basically there's no propane that's on right now. So let's go and turn it on. Here's our new propane compartment. Got these little clips to hold the door open. And here we go. Alright. Let me see. Propane, inverter. And we've got the gauge to tell us how much we have. Here's our cylinder, Costco fill up. Basically we take it out, bring it to Costco and fill it up. It's the new style connection, or you can do an exchange system, whatever you like. And all this was upgraded in 2018. Put in a new regulator and new line. For the simple reason we used to have a special auto propane, which was in this back compartment. It used to be a big heavy tank, and I got rid of all of that, converted it to just a regular camper type system. Now we need a nice little compartment. We've got the storage, or the blocks to stop it from rolling. We've got our gloves. We'll talk about those later. So yeah, we got a little extra compartment out of this, and that's great. Now, basically, here's our propane. I'm gonna turn it on. And it should go. We're still in the green. Now, we know that we have to purge the air out of the lines to make it usable at the other end. So, I'm not too concerned about leaks, but I'll show you the leak test. Here's my solar panels. The unit comes with one. These are all bolted together. I just use them because they're convenient and they work great. But we'll talk about the solar after. Here's the fridge area. This is behind the fridge, and the reason why we're going here is for the leak test. So, what it says in the manual is that you set this to, you align the red needle with the black needle, and then you go turn off the propane, you come back and, here, let's do it. I'm not gonna wait this full 5 minutes because I've tested it and it's like lasted for a couple of days sometimes. But that just depends on the regulator. But basically you turn off the propane and it says to wait 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, you should be able to come back here and the black needle and the red needle should be aligned. If the black needle is moved, it means you've got a leak somewhere. So basically, you should have it checked or retest and make sure you can do the soap and water stuff. Make sure it's not your propane tank and any little fittings that you can check for bubbles and stuff. But I've tested everything and it was good. Not to say that it'll always be good. But yeah, I'm happy with it. So yeah, after 5 minutes, if it hasn't moved, you don't have any leaks, good to go. Everything's explained in the manual. Actually, it was pretty good. So I'm going to turn this back on, have our propane on, and then before I even try to light anything on the unit, I do the stove because it's one of the furthest items away. Put this cover back on because we're done in here. The fridge lights from the inside. Oops, put this upside down. Hang on. These are just turning problems. My fingers are strong enough to take care of it. I might need a screwdriver or a quarter to do it. Oh, jeez. Previous owner, very proud to have it. Alright, so here's the stove. What I do to purchase the lines is, before we show you that, here's a little modification. This is an electric igniter from our barbecue. It's got a little battery inside of this, so just screw it, battery change, battery, put it back in. So what it does is when you press the button, listen for the spark, and basically you got a spark happening with these at 2 locations, so we're not using matches. Turn the gas on all the way, press the igniter, and you wait for the flames to come. Here we go. Takes some time. Turn the other one on. There we go. Takes some time. And that's why I do these. Oops. Turn it on. Alright. So that's the easiest way to purge the lines, because you can open the valve wide open, and now that we've got propane, we know all the lines are full, and then it makes it easier for lighting the fridge and actually lighting the furnace. Even though the furnace is in a separate loop, still makes it easier. Alright, turn that off. So we know our lines are full. Now when you shut off your tank and you go back following weekend or whatever, and you will have to do this again because the regulator will eventually start venting. It's got a little vent on it, and with the low pressure eventually it just drops and everything vents and the lines are pretty much empty. So just if you don't you can leave it on and there's no leaks, there's no issues, your tank will always stay full and there won't be any problems. You won't have to purge it again. So I'm grabbing the lighter from up here. I don't know if I was taping that right. And basically this is to light the hot water tank. Let's go do that. Now I'm gonna leave it running because there's no water in the system. I haven't used it yet, but we can light it, show you how it's done. And here we go. Here's our temperature. At warm, it's still very hot. We never had any issues at this temperature. Hot is extremely hot. Here's our on pilot, and then there's on. Gas won't come out unless there's heat created on this little temperature sensor, and so basically we've got to bring it to pilot. And then here's our pilot area. This is a pressure relief valve. It's a new one that I've installed. And here's where we run the lighter, and we stick it right in here underneath. A little tricky, but when there's gas, it'll light up. You'll hear it fairly well. So I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Let me see how well I can do here. Let me place some of these things so that you can see. I can press. I'm going to be pressing the red button, holding it down till we get a little flame lit there at the other end. So here we go. We're pressed down. Get this in here. You can actually hear it. All right, I can see it a little hard, but I can also hear it. So now what we can do is slowly release the red button and the flame should stay lit. That means your pilot is on. It means it receives some heat through this thermostat control. And then we put it to the on position. So this comes up. Is all automatic. So before I take off on the road, I usually turn this one off. This is all we can put in it because there's no water in it. So I'm going to turn it off. Right now it's still on pilot. Pilot light's still lit. Now if your pilot light goes out, you have to wait a bit for the gas to go away before you can try again. Depends on how daring you are. So now we're going to turn this off, and that's it. That is the propane hot water. Works really good. I enjoy it, use it all the time. It's not a big deal to light, and it's well worth having it to do the dishes. None of this boiling water inside. So that when you're boiling water inside, you're just creating humidity, and it's not good for the unit. Now, on the fridge, we've got the thermostat here, and what it does is we've got the inside temperature. It doesn't feel like 26, even though it says it's 26. And then the 23 is the fridge temperature right now. And let's go inside the fridge. They're just a small unit, low to the ground. Probably the worst part of this entire motorhome design is this fridge being on the ground like this, but it works good. There's the freezer compartment. Make sure that's well closed. This is to pick up any condensation. There's a little condensation tray back there. And then here's something that I added because most people want to open their fridge. Is it cold? Well, you just lost all your cold from it. It is a three-way fridge. To be honest, I've never used it on 12 volt. I don't believe that it's the right thing to do. I always run it on propane when I'm driving. There's a little light. This usually has, you can see a little flame in the back. It's kind of like a mirror. And then we've got our push to light. These are my instructions, not necessarily the correct way of doing it, but this is how I've been doing it. Maybe you want to look at the manual to get familiar with it. So there is a modification on this fridge, this little light here. So what happens is that we know there's power when we set it on electric, and the light goes on. That means it's working. So these things, these little fridges take a long time to cool off, so they're not very quick and efficient as far as getting them cold. So the best thing to do is start it a day before you're going anywhere. Make sure if you're not using it to leave it open. That's why we've got this little hook. This usually comes out and we keep it in the second drawer here. So that's a good place for it. It's necessary. Don't leave your fridge closed because you're going to have a nasty mess to clean. So that's on electric. Now I'm just going to move it to gas. Okay. So 3 is a good temperature to leave it on. It has nothing to do with the gas, but what happens is it's just going to regulate up to that temperature. If you put it any higher than 3, it's not going to make it get colder faster. It's not the way these things work. So just monitor the temperature, and fridge temperature is supposed to be about 4 degrees Celsius. And here we go. So igniting, so it's this is your igniter, and then this is your gas. Same with the hot water. You need to light that pilot light, and this is what we're going to look for. So we're going to press this, get the gas in there, and look for our pilot light to light looks like it's lit. And then it's very hard to see, but there's a little blue flame. Alright. When you let go, it's on. And that's it. So as long as you see a little blue light in there, yeah, that's it. Close the door, let it cool off. It'll use the gas, and it works great. We'll let that close. Actually, we're not going to use it, so I'm going to turn it off. There's a back to off position. Should be closed, and then. Alright, so that's the fridge. Now we're going to move to the heater. It's an upgraded thermostat. Here's your heater over here. There's nothing to it. It's forced air. Got a little fan. Sometimes noisy, but the more you run it, the quieter it gets. And it's good for those cool fall nights. Add a little open symbol here and make it easier. Here's our temperature up and down here. So it's off right now. So obviously it doesn't have cooling, it only has heat. And there's no control for the fan. So this is a house thermostat. It's properly designed for propane heaters. And we just basically put it on heat. And it tells us what temperature we're set at, and it's auto igniting. So as soon as well, we're at 18. It says 26 in here. Let's go up. It doesn't feel like 26. I'm not sure why, but maybe it's really hot outside today. So I just gotta bring it up above 26. I don't know. We're gonna get it at. Let's get it real high so that. There, it just clicked on, and there's a little viewing window over here. It's got an igniter, it's self-igniting. So, pilot light goes on like so. Fan has to go on for it to run. Fan doesn't work for the flashing light. That's the safeties. Eat while we're cooling. Horrible combination, but just want to show you. That's the furnace. Alright. I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to set it back down. Now, oops, right here. Best that you turn these things off in the winter or anytime that you're not using it. So take it off heat, because if the temperature changes and everything's asking for heat and your battery's connected and there's no propane, the fan will still go on, everything will run, it'll kill your battery. So best to, once you're done with it, usually leave it about 18. You're best to turn it to the off position. And it's good. So, hey, it's 5 o'clock. Nice. And that's pretty much everything with the propane. That's everything how it works. And hope you enjoyed the video.